Okay. A new chapter we have to start, that is morphology of flowering plants. What is morphology? That we have to understand. A branch of science that deals with external structure of an organism. Branch of science that deals with external structure of an organism is called as morphology. That is called as morphology. We know there are thousands of different kinds of plants around us. And all the plants are not same type and same structure externally. It amazed her. It amazes. It is a fascinating one. We have seen coconut plant. We have seen mango plant. We have seen guava plant. We have seen neem plant. We have seen banana plant. Is what are the names of the plant which I have taken is similar or different? They're all different. But is that all these plants are flowering plant or non-flowering plant? All these plants which I have mentioned are flowering plants. Coconut plant produces flower. Banana plant produces flower. Neem plant produces a flower. Mango plant produces a flower. Guava plant produces a flower. All this, but all these plants are not same. They are different from one another. How they are different? They are different morphologically. They are different morphologically. Coconut plant look different. Tree look different. It is not similar to mango tree. Mango tree is different from guava tree. So this fascinates us. This attracts us. The flower, the color of a flower, color of an inflorescence, the way the leaves are produced, venation in the leaf, all these characters are different from one another. What I'm talking about? I'm talking about morphology. Morphology of which plant? Morphology of flowering plant. Morphology of a flowering plant. In previous chapters, we have discussed, we have classified organism. Depend upon morphology, apart from that, other characters are also taken. Aristotle classified plants. Depend upon what? Depend upon morphology. What character he took it? He took the morphological character, height of the plant. Some plants were very short and some plants were medium size and some plants are tall. That is trees. So herb, short, trees. Is this his morphological character? Yes, this is a morphological character. Later R.H. Whitaker considered other character also. Cell structure he took, thallus organization he took, nutrition he took, all other characters, 5 different characters he took it. But the first classification depend upon morphology. And morphology we have to consider for classification. We cannot leave, we cannot separate classification with morphology. So whenever we are classifying organism, we have to consider one branch of science, especially which is related to plants, is morphology of flowering plant. In the next chapter, we classified plants into different categories, different groups. Especially angiosperm we classified. Linnaeus classified, artificially, Bentham and Hooker classified, naturally. And phylogenetic, Takhtajan is there, new another scientist, that name is not mentioned in your book. That scientist, phylogenetic classification. But all these three classification, they considered other characters also, but morphology also they considered. So morphology is vital for classifying, especially when it comes to angiosperm morphological character, we have to consider to classify plants. When we are trying to classify organism, we will see different characters of the plant. We will see different characters of leaf, how the leaf is somewhere compound leaf, somewhere simple leaf, flower, somewhere red flower, somewhere white flower, somewhere yellow flower. There are different structures are there. All the structures are not same. All the stems are not same. All the leaves are not same. So different characters are different type, different adaptations are there. So whenever we are trying to classify, whenever we are trying to understand flowering plant, we should come to know exact name of the special characters or whatever the characters we are talking about. If we are talking about the leaf, what are the different parts of the leaf are there? If we are talking about a stem, what are the different parts of the stem? If we are talking about the root, what are the different parts of the root? We should know scientific names or scientific terms of different structures of the plant, and also we should know the definition of that different structures. What type of how to define leaf, how to define root, how to define stem, how to define flower, how to define fruit. We should name it, and we should remember the definition. Then only we can understand morphology. All the characters which I am discussing now will not be same in all the plant, and even though sometime to adjust with environmental condition, sometime to get adjust with the condition prevailing outside, these structures will undergo some changes, will undergo permanent changes. That is called as modifications, to adapt itself to a suitable condition. Some plants lives in salty condition. How bacteria adapted itself by developing certain different cell wall condition. Same way, those who are living, the plants which are living in salty condition, they modify their leaf, they modify their root, they modify their stem. To what? To get adjusted with that environmental, different harsh environment. That modification or that alteration is nothing but adaptation. To adapt itself, modification will change. What is modification? A permanent change brought in the structure, whether it is leaf, whether it is a stem, whether it is a root, to get adjusted, to get adapted to different conditions. That is called as modifications. We have modification of leaf, we have modification of root, we have modification of leaf. Some alteration have taken place, some modification have taken place. For what? To get adjusted with some suitable conditions, some harsh conditions. We will come across about that modification. We have to understand what we are talking about. We are talking about morphology, external appearance. Then only we can think about classifying. Then only we can think about understanding the plants. If we uproot a plant, we will understand the different part of that. If we uproot a weed plant, a plant which is a waste plant, a plant which is not a beneficial plant, if we uproot it, if we uproot it, we will find a part which is under the ground. We will find a part which is under the ground. That underground part is called as root system. That is called as root system. The part of the plant which is under the ground is called as root system. The part of the plant which is above the ground is called as shoot system. Is called as shoot system. The part which is above the ground is called as shoot system. And apart from that, this shoot system will have sometime branches, Understand the parts which I am describing, branches. And the region, very important point, the region from where the leaf is arising. Observe the region from where the leaf is arising is called as node. Is called as node. You have to remember what is node. A node is the region from where the leaf arises. What is node? Node is the region from where the leaf arises. This is one node where the leaf is arising. This is a node from where the branch is arising. This is a region from where the leaf is arising. That is node. What is the part which is between the two node? The part between the two node is called as internode. Is called as internode. This is the characteristic feature of a stem. A stem will have nodes and internodes, whereas roots will not have nodes and internodes. What is root system? The all underground part of the plant is called as root system. What is the shoot system? Above the ground of the part of the plant is called as shoot system. What is the characteristic feature of a shoot system? Characteristic feature of a shoot system is presence of nodes and internodes. Which part of the plant, if you find node and internode, that is can be considered as a stem or a shoot system. And apart from that, this plant, the shoot system, may also have flowers. May also will have flowers. And apart from that, may also will have fruits. May also will have fruits. A shoot system will produce flowers, will produce branches, will produce fruit, will have a flower, will have a fruit, may have. Okay? Now, this is one plant which I have drawn it. One system we will start understanding about root first. Okay, 3 paragraphs I have completed. कुछ doubts है तो 3 paragraph में एक वक्त रिवाइज करके देख लीजिए. Very tough topic. Is my voice is clear? Some students are saying my voice is very low. If they say my voice is low, whose voice will be louder? Is I'm clear to you people? A branch of science. What, sir? Once repeat the definition of morphology. A branch of a science that deals with external appearance of an organism, external look of an organism. That is called as morphology. External look. गोरा है, काला है, लंबा है, छोटा है. What I'm talking about external look of an organism. That is morphology. Is my voice is clear to you people? Morphology of a flower. Okay, sir, I have not understood internode. Okay, now I'm expanding. This is a one part of a stem. This is one part of a stem. This is the place from where a leaf is arising. The leaf arised. पत्ता यहाँ से उग के है. This part of a stem. This part of a stem. The boy who was asked, the part of a stem from where the leaf is arising. The leaf is arising. 706-795. Phone numbers 706-795. What is the name of, what is this part is called as? The part from where the leaf is arising. बोलिए जल्दी 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 बोलिए. Is called as, is called as. (706). It is called as node. Okay, this is called as node. Okay, this is okay. 706 again the same question. What is this part is called as? ये part को क्या बोलते हैं? The leaf is arising. This is also a node. This is also a node. दोनों bits. Now the region between these two nodes, the region between these two nodes is called as internode. Is called as internode. Easy to understand. And one more example. You people are in which class now? You people are in which class now? The 11th class. Okay. तेलंगाना में क्या बोलते भाई 11th क्लास को? फर्स्ट ईयर क्या बोलते? फर्स्ट ईयर, intermediate, or simply short form. I'm in inter first year. I'm in inter first year. Why this is called as intermediate? Because you people are not in college. You people are not in a school. School up to 10th class is a school. College is from degree. Where you are not in a school, you are not in a college. Where you are in inter. You are not in a node, you are not in a node. You are where? Inter, node, between the node. What is there? Inter, between the two nodes. Inter is there, that is internode. Clear hai? Is it clear to you? Okay. Now, root, morphology of root. यहाँ पे थोड़ा आगे का इंफॉर्मेशन आपको याद रखना है और समझना है, तभी आप समझ सकते. एडवांस थोड़ा आगे का इंफॉर्मेशन. Embryo, that is a baby plant inside the seed. What is embryo? Baby plant inside the seed will have different parts. Understand here clearly. आप ये समझे तो आगे बहुत आसानी हो जाती. Will have embryonal axis. Will have embryonal axis. A tissue will have embryonal axis. In dicot plants will have two cotyledons. Two cotyledons. Already I have explained what are cotyledons. The pulses what you eat. Dal ke do pieces hai na, that is two cotyledons. So inside the seed I am talking. The two cotyledons, I have made it very smaller, but cotyledons will be bigger than embryonal axis. And it will have one node. Will have one node. Node is a region from where the leaf arises. Sir, यहाँ पे आप node लिख दिए, leaf नहीं है, cotyledon है. So cotyledons are nothing but embryonic leaf. जिसमें stored food material होता है. Why we are eating pulses, why we are eating dal and this moong dal, chana dal, why we are, that is rich in protein, that is rich in nutrient, all the nutrient that will be stored in cotyledons. And that cotyledons will keeps on supplying food material or nutrient to embryonal axis, and the attachment region is called as node. The region above it, और बहुत सारे पार्ट भी है, above it is called as plumule, The region below cotyledonary node, is called as radical, Two important parts, plumule and radical. What is radical? A radical is nothing but root of embryo. What is radical? Root of embryo. What is plumule? Stem of embryo. What is cotyledon? Leaf of embryo. This embryo is having three parts. What are the three parts? Root, leaf, and stem. But we are using different terms. Root of embryo is called as radical. Leaf of embryo is called as cotyledon. Stem of embryo is called as plumule. Okay? Radical. What is radical? Radical क्या है? जल्दी बताइए. What is radical? टू नोड्स के बीच में नोड रहा तो उसको इंटर है. नोड नहीं रहता भाई. टू नोड के बीच का रीजन इंटरनोड बोलते. What is radical? Come out. जल्दी come out करो. घर से बाहर निकल जाएंगे. कल बोले ना स्पीड पिकअप करते बोलते ही फरारी बोले. Come out बोले तो answer my question. What is radical? Root of embryo. What is radical? Root of embryo. What is plumule? What is plumule? What is plumule? Stem of embryo, not stem. Stem of embryo. Okay. Now we'll take this information to our mind and we will start studying a root. In majority of dicotyledonous plants, majority, not all, majority of dicotyledonous plants, the direct elongation of radical, whenever the seed is in the soil, first thing what will happen is a radical extend itself, a radical prolong itself, a radical grows itself and modify or becomes what? Becomes root of the plant. So which part of embryo extended to form root in dicots? Which part of embryo extended to become a part of a root of a plant? Which part of embryo extended itself to become a root of a plant? That is radical. Radical got extended. Radical extended itself to become root of a plant. In majority of dicotyledonous plant, elongation of root forms a main root, or we can say that a primary root, that is called as primary root. पहले आई हुई रूट को हम प्राइमरी रूट बोलते हैं. That is called as primary root. What is primary root? A root that has arisen from what? Arisen from radical. Arised from what? Arised from radical. That is primary root. अब थोड़ा ख्याल रखिए. Now it produces branch. This primary root produces branch, and this branch is called as secondary root. Secondary root. This branch is called as secondary root. And in turn, the produced branch will produce further branch. Again branch. That is called as tertiary root. That is called as tertiary root. That is called as tertiary root. So, primary root, secondary root, and tertiary root, quadratic root if further branching is there, further branches. This type of root system is called as, or this type of root is called as taproot. This type of root is called as taproot. What is taproot? A root that will have its primary root, a root that arises from radical will remain with the plant throughout the life. A primary root that is nothing but extension of radical will remain with the plant throughout the life of a plant. That type of root is called as taproot. That type of root is called as taproot. What is taproot? A root that will have a primary root, a root that primary root produces secondary root, a root in which secondary root produce tertiary root, and the primary root, if it dies, all other root also will die. So main root will remain with the plant throughout the life. This type of root is called as taproot. Example, the plant is given almost all dicot, but NCERT example is mustard. याद रखना है आप plant का ये that is example, mustard. Example is mustard. Okay, this is taproot we have completed. Next, auric root देखिए. In onion or any monocot. In onion or many monocot plants. In monocot plant, observe here, this is a seed. It produced a primary root. It produced a primary root. But, ख्याल से याद रखिए, but this primary root is short-lived. कम वक्त तक जिंदा रहती. Primary root is a short-lived. थोड़े दिन में रहता. उसके बाद this primary root will die, or if it is there also it will remain there, but parallel to it there will be many roots parallel from the place where the primary root was there. From that many roots arises. Now which root is primary, which root is secondary, we cannot say it. Why? Primary root is short-lived and has gone. Primary root is short-lived and has gone. From the place where that primary root had arises, from there many roots arises, and this root system is called as fibrous root system. This type of root system is called as fibrous root system. This type of root system is called as fibrous root system. So we have two types of root, one in dicot, another one in monocot. One dicot taproot system, another monocot that is a fibrous root system. Both the cases, which part of embryo is involved in production of root, that is radical is involved. Radical is involved. Okay. अब और एक another one. This one I'll erase. Observe here. This is a huge tree. Okay. Having a tap root. Okay. Underground part. It has produced many branches. Okay. Many branches. Now, this branch from here, this point I am drawing, these 2 points I am drawing. Do you find radical? ये जगह पे 2 पॉइंट्स में ड्रा कराना. डू यू फाइंड रेडिकल? वहां पे रेडिकल रहता क्या? Do you find radical in that place? No, it is impossible. Radical रहने के chances ही नहीं है. क्यों? Already plant has grown a huge one. There is no chance of embryo. वहां पे radical नहीं रहता. There is no chance of radical in that place. Okay? No, there is no chance of radical in that place. Okay? 1 minute. There is no chance of radical in that place. वहां पे radical नहीं रहता. So taproot, extension of radical. Monocot root, that is fibrous root. Here also radical is involved. At this tree, monstera, banyan tree, monstera, banyan tree, sweet potato, many plants are there. Monstera, banyan tree, monstera, banyan tree, grasses, in grasses also, in grasses, monstera, banyan tree, grasses, monstera, banyan tree. 3 plants I am saying. Grasses, monstera, banyan tree, grasses, monstera, banyan tree. तीनों को भी नाम याद रखिए. Banyan tree, you might have seen. यहाँ पे देखिए. Now this roots arises from this part. These are nothing but prop root. Later you will come to know what are the names of this root. These are also roots, but these roots are called as adventitious roots. These roots are called as adventitious root. These roots are called as adventitious roots. These roots are called as adventitious roots. These roots are called as adventitious roots. Roots that arises not from radical are called as adventitious roots. How many types of roots we have studied? 3 types of roots we have studied. What are the 3 types of root? One is taproot. What is another root? Fibrous root. What is another root? Adventitious roots. There are 3 types of roots. And in how many roots radical was involved? 2 roots radical was involved. What are the 2 roots? Taproot as well as fibrous root. In which type of a root? Primary root will remain with the plant throughout the life. That is in taproot. In which type of a root? Primary root is short-lived. Fibrous root. In which type of a root? There is no involvement of radical. There is no involvement of primary root. Suddenly root arises from branches. That is in adventitious root. Examples of adventitious root: grasses are there, monstera is there, grasses, monstera, and banyan tree. Grasses, monstera, and banyan tree. Now, function of a root. What is the function? 4 functions. 4 functions hai. 4 functions hai. Yaad rakhiye. There are 4 functions. There are 4 functions are there. What are the 4 functions? First one is absorption of water and minerals. Absorption of water and minerals. This is the part of a plant that is meant for absorption, that is meant for that is absorption of water and mineral. Agar what root nahi hai, there is no chance of, agar root nahi hai, there is no chance of absorption of water and minerals. No other part of the plant will absorb water and minerals. Only one part of the plant that absorbs water and minerals, that is root. That is a function, one function. The second function is anchorage. The second function is anchorage, will hold the soil tightly so that plant should not fall off. That is anchorage. Tightly pakad ke rakhna. Anchorage. Okay. Some additional function or sometime storage of food material, sometimes storage of food material. First function, water and mineral absorption. Second function, that is anchorage. Third function, that is storage of food material. Storage of food material. In some cases, in some root, food is also stored. And the last function, usually many students will forget, many students will not consider it as a function itself, that is synthesis of phytohormones, synthesis of growth regulators. Synthesis of growth regulators. They synthesize the substances which regulates growth, when to produce flower, how to grow, when to allow the leaf to fall. All these activities, growth of an organism, growth of a plant is controlled by hormones. Where hormones are produced, certain hormones are produced in a root. So four function, water and mineral absorption. Second function, that is anchorage. Third function, storage of food material. Fourth function, that is production of growth regulators or phytohormones. कुछ doubts रहे तो बोलिए. Regions of root we will start. If you have any doubts, clear the doubts. भाई थोड़े थोड़े बॉयज हमारे को थोड़े सजेशंस दे रहे भाई. Clap. We have to appreciate this. Sir, the key to reminding is just reading NCERT textbook. ये पहले मैं बोल के हूँ, बार बार NCERT पढ़िए बोल के. अभी न बोल रहा है. Very good boy. You are understanding my concern. याद रखने के लिए NCERT बार बार पढ़िए. Okay. First, in the plant, first radical will grow or plumule. First radical will grow. भाई ये इमोजी निकाल लीजिए. 407. अब निकल जाना, नहीं तो मैं निकालना. दो में से एक होता. जल्दी निकालिए. हाँ, वेरी गुड. अच्छे बच्चे हैं भाई, बोलते ही सुन लेते. वेरी गुड बॉयज. सर प्लीज एक्सप्लेन. एंकरेज, हो पकड़ के रखना, होल्ड करके रखना, एंकर करना, अपने आप को पोजीशन पे लगा के रखना. दैट इज कॉल्ड एज एंकरेज. एंकर. Aeroplane is landed. Bus is parked. Car is parked. Ship is anchored. Ship, whenever the ship, that is boat or ship, is anchored, एक जगह पे फिक्स करके रखने को anchorage बोलते हैं. Growth regulators, the chemical substances that are produced by the plant which regulates the growth. कब बढ़ना, कब रुकना, कब flower produce करना, कब fruit बनना, that are all controlled by phytohormones, that is growth regulators. How in human also we have different kinds of hormone. We have growth hormones, we have pituitary hormones, we have steroidal hormone. There are many hormones in humans also. The same way plant also will have hormones that are called as growth regulators. Okay, girls. Sir, fibrous root, please explain. Sir, this function are for just adventitious root or tap root, or all the functions of the root is same for all. Adventitious root, fibrous root, or tap root. Explain, sir. Fibrous root. In fibrous root, first arise root is primary root. पहला radical से root जो आया था वो primary root था. प्राइमरी रूट जिंदगी भर प्लांट के साथ रहता क्या? नहीं. In the fibrous root, the primary root will not remain with the plant throughout the life. It will die. It will be replaced. It will be taken over by other roots that will also arise from the same point from where the primary root was arise. That type of root is called as fibrous root. Many roots will arise, many bunch of root will arise from the same point where the primary root was there. I am saying. That means that has gone. Sir, okay, that is over. Okay, next parts of the root. ये जरा important है. For 4 marks board exam में आ सकता है. For Telangana government, Telangana students. For other students, it may not be important. But Telangana students, growth regulators, plant hormones. That is I gave it. Okay. Sir, main root and lateral root. है ना master? ये है main root, that is primary root. These branches that are lateral, that has arisen from primary root, that are called as lateral roots. Sir, there is any difference in radical root and primary root? Yes, a radical root is embryonic root. Primary root is the root which is developed and which penetrate the soil. Radical root will not. Radical root soil के अंदर कहाँ रहती? नहीं रहती. बे चुप के inactive रहता हो. Sir, how adventitious root can hold the tree or a plant? Adventitious root. अरे भाई banyan tree देख के नहीं है क्या आप? ये ब्रांच, ये रूट बड़ा होने के बाद क्या होता भाई? It will touch the soil and it will give a support to this branch, so it is anchoring. Okay, anyhow, these are the time passing questions. Next, parts of the root. Okay, all the root except hydrophytes, all the roots except hydrophyte. That means the plants which grows in a water except that plants. All other plants that are mesophytes, whether it is gymnosperm, whether it is angiosperm, even pteridophytes, if it is pteridophyte also. But we are talking about angiosperm, flowering plant. All the roots, root tip is covered by a cap-like structure, a thimble. That is thimble. Okay, क्या है थिम्बल? थिम्बल एक ऐसा स्ट्रक्चर है जो टेलर के पास रहता है ना, उन्हें सुई के साथ बहुत they have to play, so they will have a metal covering to the thumb, so that the needle should not pierce through the finger. That is called as thimble. Okay, thimble like best option है मेहंदी के कैप्स डालते ना भाई to the fingers. That type of structure. All the roots will have a thimble like structure. That is called as root cap. That is called as root cap. All the roots, a thimble-like a structure, that is called as root cap. What is the function of root cap? Protection. Protection to whom? Protection to the root tip. Protection to the root tip. रूट के टिप को प्रोटेक्ट करना. किससे प्रोटेक्ट करना सर? वहां who will come to destroy it? Whenever the root is growing, whenever the root tip grows, there will be soil particle which becomes a barrier to it, that will damage the root cap, that will damage the root tip. Because of that, there is a protective covering that is called as root cap. The function of root cap is protection. Some function of a root cap is protection. Protection from where? Protection from the soil particle. Which part is protected? Tender apex. That is tip. Tender apex is protected. Okay. Next to the root cap, proximal toward the center. Toward the center. Next to the root cap is the region of meristem. Region of meristem. Next to the root cap is the region of meristem. किसी को मालूम है what is meristem? If somebody can say what is meristem, एक थोड़ा 2 minutes. If anybody is having any idea about meristem, just I got confused. Okay, fine. Meristem. What is the meaning of meristem? Important है इसलिए मैं stress कर रहा हूं. What is meristem? Okay. Okay. Meristem. The region are the cells of meristem. Meristematic activity. The region of meristematic activity. The cells of meristem. Meristem is a tissue. Meristem is a tissue. What is a tissue? Tissue क्या है? A group of cells that will have common origin and common function. That is called as a tissue. Already you in zoology you have completed. A tissue that will have a common origin and common function. That is called as tissue. Meristematic tissue, a type of plant tissue meant for division. The cells of meristem is there to divide. खाली सेल का काम क्या है? बोले तो डिवाइड होना. न्यू सेल शुड बी एडेड. That cells are called as meristematic tissue, and the meristem is a type of tissue of a plant where the cells will have capacity of division. खाली इनका काम डिवीजन होने का. Meristematic, the cells of meristem, the cells of region of meristematic activity are smaller in size, small, very small, minute, and thin cell wall. ये भी याद रखिए. Thin cell wall. Cell wall is thin with dense protoplasm. Protoplasm भी ज्यादा रहता. So three characters are: cells are thin, cells are small, cell wall is a thin with a dense protoplasm. The cells of meristematic region are small, thin cell wall and dense protoplasm. Denser protoplasm. These are the characters of the next region. The first region after root cap is the region of meristematic activity. Region of meristematic activity. Okay. Now, next step. Proximal above it or proximal toward the center of the plant. Proximal to the region of meristematic activity, the cells are, observe here, the cells are elongated. The cells are not the same how small cells were there, but the cells are elongated. The cells that arise from meristematic activity, the cells that will come out from meristematic activity become elongated, lambe ho jate. The cells that arise from meristematic activity, जो भी cells यहाँ पे region of meristematic activity, the cells which are produced will get elongated, become lengthwise longer. And that's why this region is called a region of elongation. It is called as region of elongation. Two regions we have completed. One is meristematic region, another one is elongation region. Remember, the cells are elongated in this region. Many books, they have one question. Many competitive exam books, they have growth of root is due to meristematic region or due to elongation region. Another region is going to come, that is maturation region. The growth of root is due to elongation of cell or due to elongation region of elongation. Here, growth of a root will take place because of the elongation of cells. Whereas growth of a root will not take place because of meristematic activity. अगर meristematic activity से growth होना है तो tip से growth होता है. Slightly away from the tip, the growth of a root will take place. Which region? The maximum growth of a root will take place. That is region of elongation. Region of elongation. Rapid elongation it will take place. And these cells, elongated cell, proximal to this, these cells, once they get matured, some cell mature ho gaye, ye cells mature ho gaye, and they have lost the activity of cell division. Cell division की activity lost कर ली है. Some cells of this region where the loss of elongation also will take place. Some cell, not all cell, which are towards the periphery, toward the superficial region, they produce elongated, unbranched tubular structure, elongated, unbranched tubular structure that are called as root hairs. Root hairs arises from which region? Root hair arises from meristematic region or elongation region, or the next region is maturation, region of maturation. The cells which are superficial cells are called as epidermal cell. Some of the epidermal cell produces unbranched tubular structure, tubular extension that are called as root hairs. For what root hairs are there? Root hairs are there to absorb the water and minerals. So absorption of water and mineral will take place from root cap or elongation region or maturation region. It will take place from maturation region, and it is done by which hairs? That are root hairs. Okay, तीनों रीजन को याद रखना है. Root, that is region of roots, part of a root. How many regions of root are there? Three regions of root are there. What are the three regions? A region of meristematic activity, a region of elongation, a region of maturation. In region of meristematic activity, what type of cells will be there? The cells are going to be small. What type of cell wall will be there? That is found in meristematic region. Thin cell wall will be there. How will be the protoplasm? Dense protoplasm proximal to the epidermal region, that is the proximal to meristematic region. What region is present? Elongation region is present. What is the difference between the cells of meristematic region and elongation region? The cells of elongation region will show maximum elongation, or growth of a root will take place because of meristematic activity or because of elongation. Growth of a root, maximum growth of a root is due to elongation of cells. Elongated cells are produced from which tissue? Elongated cells are produced from meristematic tissue. Now, proximal to elongation zone or elongation region, what region is present? Maturation region is present. How will be the cells? The cells are matured. They will take a final shape cells. What will be the epidermal cell possess? Epidermal cells will possess root hairs. Root hairs are found in which region? Root hairs are found in maturation region. If you have any doubts, clear the doubt, and I'll start modification also. No, root hair, sir, do thumbil and elongation region absorb water and nutrients? Thumbil will not absorb water and minerals. Elongation cells will not absorb water and minerals. Only root hairs and maturation region only the absorption of water will take place. Any doubts, boys? अरे भाई इलांगेशन का फंक्शन क्या है बोले तो ग्रो लंबा करने के वास्ते, ग्रो रूट को पेनिट्रेट करने के वास्ते, ग्रोथ ऑफ ए सेल, growth of a root. Sir, repeat maturation. The cells, once the complete elongation is over, the cells in the maturation region become matured. फाइनल शेप में लेता है. जो जाइलम बनना है जाइलम, जो पैरेन्काइमा बनना है पैरेन्काइमा, जो एपिडर्मिस बनना है एपिडर्मिस. Epidermal cell, they produce some hairs that are called as root hairs. Any doubts? मैच्योरेशन तो मैं कंप्लीट कर दिया ना भाई. ओके नेक्स्ट 8 मार्क्स के लिए क्वेश्चन है भाई. दिस स्मॉल पैराग्राफ इन एनसीईआरटी, बट with the diagram, if you write all the complete points whichever there, you will get 8 marks. 8 marks के लिए important, those who are appearing for Telangana board exam, those who are appearing for Telangana board exam, for them it is for 8 marks. Modification of root, modification of root, 8 marks. %100% this year लिख के रख लीजिए, अग्रीमेंट कर लीजिए होना तो, for 8 marks. Okay. In some plants, not all plants, in some plant, to perform additional function, the root will undergo some changes or some modification, and these changes are going to be permanent. एक जनरेशन में रहते, नेक्स्ट जनरेशन में नहीं रहते बोल के नहीं. The permanent change that occur in a root to perform additional function is called as root modification. What is root modification? A permanent change in some plant occur due to change in the environmental condition, due to adjust itself to the environmental condition or to perform additional function. What is root modification? A permanent change occur, a permanent change occur, or permanent modification occur in the structure of root to perform additional function is called as root modification. याद रखिए, what is root modification? A permanent change that occur in a root to perform additional function is called as root modification. 4 root modification is given in NCERT. 4 root modifications are there, but आप याद रखिए, main function of a root, important function of a root is absorption of water and minerals and anchorage. दो main important functions है. Important function of a root is absorption of water, minerals and anchorage. But in some root, the root will undergo change to store food material. Storage root, that to store food material, that are called as storage root, that are called as storage root. One modification. And another one is to support the plant. Second modification. To respire. 3 modifications are there. Okay. Storage root, support root, respiratory root. Respire, respiratory root. To respire. The root that has undergone modification, to store food material is called as storage root, यहां पे देखिए, कैरेट, टर्निप, यहां पे याद रखने की चीज क्या है? कैरेट is a cone shape and it is a tap root. Carrot is a cone shape, tap root, modified for what? Modified for storage of food material. Botanical name of carrot is Daucus carota. It is not there, need not to worry about it. In carrot, which root is modified to store food material? Tap root is modified to store food material. In turnip, beta vulgaris. That is turnip, shaljam, whatever you say in Telangana, I don't know. Shaljam. That is turnip, carrot, turnip. Here also, tap root is modified into top shape. It is cone shape, it is a top shape. Modified into storage organ, that is a tap root. In case of sweet potato, In case of sweet potato देख के होंगे आप, sweet potato. Here, observe here, the root is not tap root, but the root is adventitious root. Root is adventitious root. Root is adventitious root. Is modified as storage organ. These are the three examples it is given. The statement is given, और additional बोल सकते हैं क्या? Yes, we can say. Raphanus sativus, radish. Raphanus sativus, radish also. That also develop into a, that is also a taproot. Okay, these are the examples. So, carrot is a taproot. Turnip is a taproot. That is a taproot. And sweet potato is adventitious root. NEET के एग्जाम में यहीं पे कंफ्यूज करेंगे आपको. Here only the confusion. Carrot is a root modification. Which part of the, which type of a root is modified into storage organ in carrot? That is a taproot. Turnip, it is a taproot. And sweet potato, it is an adventitious root. Okay, 3 example. इसके बाद ये diagram याद रखना भाई. Just now, we gone through a huge tree, banyan tree and monstera, huge tree in which a taproot was there. Apart from that, some branches of this tree produce a root. Now, what is this root? Is it adventitious or fibrous or taproot? Or what type of a root this is? This is adventitious root. For what this root is arising? This root are arising to support the branches. So these are supporting root. These root are called as prop root. Prop root are found in which plant? Banyan tree. Prop root are found. Storage roots are found in which plant? 3 plants: carrot, turnip and sweet potato. Carrot is a taproot or adventitious root. And turnip, it is a taproot or adventitious root. Sweet potato, adventitious root or taproot. Adventitious root. Banyan tree, prop root. Is it adventitious or taproot? It is adventitious root. In another plant, like sugarcane and maize. Those who had confusion with nodes and internodes. Ab zara dekhiye. Here, this plant is having fibrous root. And sugarcane I am drawing. Sugarcane. It will have node. It will have another node. It will have another node. How many nodes I have mentioned here? 1, 2, 3, 4 nodes I have mentioned. How many internodes? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 internodes I have shown it. The region between the 2 nodes is called as internode. In maize and sugarcane. Observe here. Lower nodes produces roots that gives a support, so that the plant should not fall off. These roots are supporting roots. These roots are called as stilt root. How many supporting roots I have mentioned? 2 supporting root I have mentioned. What are the supporting root? Prop root and stilt root. Apart from that, many supporting root is there. Buttresses root is there. Moniliform roots are there. That are all not needed for us. Okay. Storage root. How many examples? 3 examples. And Supporting root. How many types of root? Two types of root. What are the two types of root? Prop root and stilt root. Prop root is found in which tree? Banyan tree. Stilt root is found in which plant? The stilt root is found in maize and sugarcane. Maize and sugarcane. Okay. Next. In case of rhizophora, याद रखिए, rhizophora. In case of rhizophora, a plant, that will have a root. Okay, this I'll draw as a plant. Okay. Usually grow in salty condition. Usually grow in marshy areas. Usually grow in root in swampy areas. Swampy areas. What is swampy? बोल के बोलेंगे अब. Swampy areas. A swampy where always water is lodged. Always water is present. That is called as swampy areas. These plants, swampy areas, these plants produces certain roots, taproot. Some branches of root will not grow positively geotropic. जमीन के अंदर नहीं जाते, नेगेटिव टू जियोट्रोपिक, ऊपर की तरफ आते, नेगेटिव टू जियोट्रोपिक, that grows vertically upward. That grows vertically upward. If this is a water, that grows vertically upward, that arises upward and will have many pores. That will have many pores. That pores are called as nematodes, and the roots are called as pneumatophores. Pneumatophores. The roots are called as pneumatophores. Why they are called as pneumatophores? Because they will have many pores. Through that pores, what plant does? Through that pore, plant absorb oxygen. That is a respiratory root. That is a respiratory root. The roots that grows vertically upward instead of vertically growing downwards and meant for respiration are called as pneumatophores. Okay, this ends this root. Tomorrow I'll start stem. Is any doubts are there? Just clear the doubts. If you have any doubts. Art mask, can you say prop root come out of the branch and stilt root lower part of the stem? Yes, lower part of the stem, that is nothing but lower nodes. भाई फरारी वाले स्पीड जरा फास्ट करा भाई, समझ में आ गया क्या आप लोगों को? Yes, prop root gives support. These are supporting root. Prop root and stilt root, both are supporting root. What about asparagus? Asparagus also, that is in Telugu Academy, dear. Adventitious root, storage, asparagus. नीट जो भी लिख रहा है एनसीईआरटी की तरफ ध्यान दीजिए. Boys, any doubts? In money plant, climbing root which is meant for climbing. नहीं, young plant also will have climbing roots. That is also supporting roots. In money plant also supporting roots. क्या है भाई? Pneumatophores. भाई boys है girls है? Girl, you are sitting without book. Pneumatophores, sitting with the book. That is 9085. 9085. The last pneumatophores. You are sitting without a book. You are sitting without a book. I'm saying it. The last line of the paragraph. That is modification of root. 67 page number in NCERT. स्लो करना है कि भाई some girls are saying to go slow. गो अर्जुन, थोड़ा सा स्लो सर. What about girls? Should I reduce the speed? Sir, no sir, it's fine. Okay. Bamboo is a monocot. It will have fibrous root. Bamboo is a monocot. Bamboo plant is nothing but gigantic grass. वो भी एक ग्रामिने फैमिली के है, ग्रास ये है, लेकिन बहुत ह्यूज बड़ा ग्रास है. That's all. Bamboo is nothing but a grass. Okay, we'll come across many things are going to come here. Okay, Assalamu alaikum.